How was Peter able to sleep the night before his execution? This is in Acts 12 when the persecution against the church was ramping up and Peter had been thrown into prison. The Bible says that the night before he was to be brought to trial and eventually executed, he was sleeping between two guards and chained with two chains. So if that was happening to most people, they'd probably be up all night, worrying, pondering, trying to figure out what's going to happen here. But we see Peter is sleeping here. And of course, we all know what eventually happens, that the angel comes and rescues him. But there still is a very important question of how was he able to be at such peace in this very hard trial? And the answer is because he already knew that God had a bigger plan for him than what was happening here. We see that in John 21, when Jesus is describing to Peter the way he will die. And he says that he's an old man and he'll be led in a direction he doesn't want to go. And it specifically says that Jesus was describing the way he would eventually die to glorify God. And of course, Peter would remember that. He would know that word from God and realize this is not it. So he was able to have peace. And this begs a really important point for us as Christians, whereas if we hear God's voice and know his plan for our lives, we are able to get through any hard circumstance or trial, knowing that God has something bigger for us. This is a common thing we see, whether it's with Paul and his shipwreck, knowing that he had to preach in Rome, or was it with Jesus when he was crossing the other side and a storm came. If you know what God's plan is for your life, just like Peter knew here, it can get you through seemingly impossible circumstances or situations because God has given you a word. So if God has given you a word, whether it's related to your life or ministry or anything, whatever it is that might seem impossible, don't back up at the first sign of opposition. Don't back away. Just believe God, stay in faith about it,